This is the Altroz iCNG and I have been living with it for the past 7 days. And I have my share of comments on it, which you will find out in this video. Hi, my name is Divij Sindhwani and you're watching The Driver's Seat. Now, I'm not a Tata fanboy, and when this car came to me, I wasn't the most excited person on the planet. I knew that I already have my pre-biasness against it, but after living with it, there are some areas in which this car has really impressed me, and one of those are the looks. Now, this is the updated Tata Altroz. Now, what's different here, first that you'll notice, is the headlights. Now, in the previous gen, you didn't get the blacked out headlights, you didn't get full LED units either. While in this, you get blacked out units and they're all LEDs, including the fog lamps. Now in the front of this car, they have also given the full black treatment to the grille, which makes it really look like it's in your face. Now coming to the wheels, it has got 16-inch alloy wheels. Now I'm not a fan of these wheels, majorly because how they look, because I really liked how the previous generation Altroz alloy wheels looked, while these feel like more of wheel caps. Now when you come to the side of this car, there aren't a lot of changes compared to the previous generation. This feels like almost the same car except the tail lights. Now they are black as well. And yeah, it has still got the 90-degree opening doors. Even from the rear, the Altroz looks smart. It's got that clean, sporty look that just works. But the real party trick of this car is in the boot. The big USP of this car is actually in the trunk. Now you guys of course know that this car is a CNG, but this has got the dual CNG technology, which basically is that rather than giving one big CNG cylinder for CNG, Tata has given it two small cylinders. What difference does it make? Well, you can clearly see the boot. Now, this boot has got 215 liters of space, while the normal Altroz gets 342 liters. Now, yes, there is a cut, but this boot is still very usable. I mean, you don't really get to see this in CNG cars, and that's one of the big issues that you find with CNG cars, that you don't get any boot. In this case, that's not true. Oof, getting in the back seat and in the AC, which feels good. Well, the back seat is actually pretty comfortable. You've got loads of thigh room, and the front seat has been adjusted to my height, and I am 6 foot.
You're not 6 foot.
Well, I'm 5'10", which is basically 5'11". What is 5'11"? It's 6. So yeah, I'm 6. I'm 5'10", and the seat has been adjusted to my height. There is plenty of room. You have got an armrest right here with 2 cup holders. You have got rear AC vents. You have also got a 65-watt super fast charger right here to charge your phones. Otherwise, it's a pretty comfortable place to be in. No complaints at all. Now the big changes are right here in the front. Almost the whole design language compared to the previous Altroz has been changed. The first thing that you'll notice is the big touchscreen. Now this is something that has really left me impressed. Now I was expecting that it's gonna lag a lot, which it kind of does in all of these new age cars, but this one has not even lagged even once. It has worked completely flawlessly. Apple CarPlay has connected as soon as I've entered the car. No issues with the screen. One very irritating factor with this car is this panel right here. Now, a lot of times, I'm not even kidding, at least 4 to 5 times it has happened with me. Whenever I wanted to change the fan settings, and I have taken my hand here to adjust it, somehow this little button right here, which is for the express cooling, has been turned down. And what has happened is, suddenly the windows have rolled down and the AC is blasting at full speed, which I never opted for. And then, well, it's a pretty big ergonomic flaw, to be honest. Talking about the steering wheel, you have got the new Tata steering wheel, which they are giving out on all their cars. Now this is wrapped in leather. It feels pretty premium. You have also got the illuminated Tata logo, which in the night looks very classy. And what you've got are these controls for your MID, your touch screen, as well as the cruise controls. Now these are not the easiest to use. They take a little time, but you get accustomed to them. Another thing in this cabin is actually these ambient lights. Now in the previous generation Altroz, you used to get those hidden ambient lights, which used to look very cool, the blue ones if you remember. While this doesn't feel as special. It feels like this could have been done aftermarket as well, and doesn't have a lot of range when it comes to the colors. You have got the spectrum from red to purple, which is a weird spectrum. And yeah, another big complaint is actually the gear lever. Now, this is the top model that you get in the CNG, but somehow this gear lever is blacked down and feels like it's from a much lower variant. The Altroz iCNG checks a lot of the boxes. It looks premium, feels comfortable inside, and even manages to give you a practical boot thanks to the twin CNG tanks. But the real story begins when the wheel starts rolling. Let's see how it performs on the road. Now, the Altroz has got a 1.2 litre engine which produces 88 horsepower and 115 Nm of torque when you're using it in petrol mode. When you switch it to CNG, you get 73.5 horsepower and 103 Nm of torque. Now, on paper, it sounds sufficient, but in the city, you'll always feel like, kash thodi aur zyada horsepower hoti. But it does most of the things nicely. The suspensions are very, very comfortable. It's a very, very nice cruiser. But once in a while, when you have to overtake on the road, the car just doesn't give you the confidence. The engine feels laggy. Otherwise, everything is perfect with it. It's very, very refined. The brakes are very, very nice. And yeah, overall, the car is pretty good to drive. Talking about CNG देती कितना है? Well, मैं सुबह 11 बजे CNG पंप गया था CNG भरवाने और मेरे को 35 मिनट्स लगे. CNG पंप में जो प्रेशर था वो कम था, तो ये पूरी की पूरी CNG नहीं भरी. A total of 7 bars आ सकते हैं इसमें, 4 बार ही भरे. और we have been driving it for the past 2 hours and 4 minutes. 50.4 kilometers it has been driven, and we are already down 2 bars. So basically, I'm pretty sure in another 30 to 40 kilometers, the CNG tank is gonna bum out. So 550 ki bhari thi, around 80 kilometers is gonna run. You do the math. It's not that impressive. Now, I also own a CNG car, a Santro 2020 model, which comes in CNG, and it gives me a range of easy 130 kilometers on a full tank of CNG. But in this car, you just don't get the same. Coming to the suspensions, well, they're easily one of the finest things about this car. Whoever has sat in this car, un sab ne tareef kari hai. Whatever bumps are coming on the road, this car absorbs them like a champ. I mean, easily the best in the segment. Talking about the gear shifts, most of the time, koi dikkat nahi hai. But randomly, out of nowhere, the car just won't go into reverse. Now, this can be an issue with just this car, because this is a media car and media people tend to use the cars a little rashly. So it might be just from this car, but yeah, that's an issue that I have been facing. Summing it all up, the Tata Altroz makes for a very good family car. So if you are someone who doesn't expect a lot from the engine, who wants a comfortable cabin, all the features that you want, and you want a car that is light on your pocket, Altroz makes a lot of sense for you. So, are you that person? Or are you going to tell your father to buy it? Tell us in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name is Divij Sindhwani. See you again very, very soon.